Hey guys, welcome back to the OHA. I got a special segment here. We're going to give it a try. I'm going to see if I can make this sort of a weekly thing. I'm going to call it Pints and Paints on a Friday night. Evan, I hope you don't mind if I borrowed that. Love that tag and that photograph, so I think we're going to run with that. The idea behind this, guys, is just sort of similar to the sit and talk, just bring you up to date on what's going on in the OHA as well as the Hobbit hobby in general. Discuss a few different things, events going on in Canada, some events going on down in the US, and just basic news in the hobby. So hope you guys will enjoy this, and I'm going to dive right into it. So basically for the OHA, currently we have a game night actually happening tomorrow in London. We've got a couple new players coming over to play some scenarios that George has built up. I believe Amin Han will be there, as well as the trolls from the Hobbit. I think we're going to be playing that scenario, so Thorn's company and the like. So that should be fun. I'm going to have Evan from the OSBGL joining us again, which is terrific. I'm sure a lot of people in the community know Evan. He is a super guy. So looking forward to meeting up with him and dropping some goodies off to him for his event, Fog, which we'll discuss later on. Preparation for Nova continues. You guys, if you're following along on the channel, you've seen my progress on the painting, trying to get my dwarves up and ready and going up to speed. My next sort of focus, now that they are sort of taking shape and coming along quite nicely, is going to be a proper display board. This will be my first attempt at a tournament style display board. Got a few ideas, kind of limited on what I can do just size wise. Obviously, pardon me, I don't want to bring anything too dramatic and large just for the sake of saving space. So gonna spitball some ideas, and I'll be sure to share those with you guys on the channel as well. Get your input and see what direction it takes. Right now I'm leaning towards either sort of that iconic shot of the rank and file with Dane coming down the embankment there beside Erebor, obviously with the classic stone where Dane gives his epic of all dwarven speeches. But another idea has been floated around about trying to do my interpretation of sort of whether it be an entranceway or some sort of Iron Hills scenery. So I'm kind of spitballing with that, going to do a little bit of research and see what I can come up with there. So that's sort of what's going on in the Forge here. I know Brother George of the OAJ is also working on a number of projects. He has really been fantastic and paramount in ramping up interest, getting guys over, playing games. If any of you have met George, you know he's a super nice guy. Give you the shirt off of his back, and he's doing an excellent job bringing new players into the fold. London being a little more central, obviously a little heavier population base, he's having a little better luck digging players up than I am. I've got a couple on the hook, but have not been able to connect as of yet. So definitely happy to be heading to London tomorrow to take part in that. Meet these fellas, one of which I think I've met already at the open day at the Game Chamber. But if we can grow the ranks, that's what it's all about, right? Get more guys into the Hobbit hobby, and more people to play is good for everybody. So, excuse me. Moving on, a big event coming up. This is actually Evan's tournament for the OSBGL. It is Fog 2017, being held in Guelph. It's June 17th, but it is sold out. Great job, Evan. Glad to hear it, buddy. Fantastic outcome. Really shattered that I won't be there. Got a very large project around the farm, so I'm not going to be able to make it down for that event. I know George will be attending and taking part, and we're going to be contributing some stuff towards it. He's got looks like a great event lined up, guys. He's got swag, he's got dice, he's got custom-made t-shirts by his girlfriend. I mean, come on, that's... I don't know about you, but that's pretty awesome. As well as some custom awards. I got to tip my hat to George. I've had a little sneak peek. They're looking pretty sweet. Not going to spoil anything, though. You guys are going to have to look that one up on your own. I'm sure it's going to get posted on the OSBGL or the Fog posting there. I'm sure there'll be photos to come, so stay tuned for that. Really impressive stuff. As well, something I thought was really cool is he's actually going to have a commission painter on site who is going to be painting miniatures for you. You just swing by, drop off what you want painted, and the guy's going to paint it for you, which is, I mean, I've never seen that. That's pretty cool. Brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. So that is the event sort of report, I guess. There will be some form of OHA event announcement coming up in the near future. It's still very much in the preliminary stages, but when we have more details, we will be sure to share them with you. But stay tuned for that announcement. It's going to be pretty cool. For those of you who aren't aware, maybe you live under a rock, I don't know. The Dwarf Chariot is available for purchase now as opposed to pre-order. It came up today. It is 100 pounds, so as a lot of guys are stating, that is not an impulse buy. Definitely something that maybe some of us need to think out a little more. Fantastic looking model. I'm going to try and get some stills up at the end of the video here for those of you who haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, I'd be shocked if you're following this channel. 100 pounds, 63 bits, and just stunning. Just the pictures that we're seeing of it, the pictures of the bits alone. I mean, it's fantastic looking model. So I think well worth the investment for sure. After that, we have the LOTR SBG team was kind enough to give the OHA a shout out, as well as many other channels. The OSBGL, you know, some of the most iconic people in, you know, sort of the Hobbit hobby, whether it be the GBHL or Andreas the Norwegian Viking, did an excellent video that I think is paramount for new players, because it's going to give you a wealth of knowledge. I threw my link up, the OHA link up to promote it. He's going to attempt to get some more links up for all those channels, but what a great resource. He basically goes through in alphabetical order all of the Hobbit related channels, as well as things that would apply to our hobby. So, you know, Mel the Terrain Tutor, you know, a bunch of different other things that just have great content that is definitely a crossover into our hobby, whether it be for terrain, basing, flocking. I mean, it covered the gambit. So great video there. Thank you so much for mentioning the OHA. We certainly appreciate it. And that is their forays in Middle Earth, and I believe it was episode 10. Episode 10 is the one where they're speaking about you know, everything SBG, basically. So check that out for sure. They got a good channel. They're really starting to plug some material. They're running an event. The Ring Goes South. Not sure if it's this weekend. I'm sorry, I don't know that. But anyways, check them out. That is the LOTR SBG team, and it's a gentleman by the name of Powers, I believe it is. Super guy again. I mean, the one thing about this hobby, guys, especially if you're new coming in, the people you're going to meet, I mean, it's all just a fantastic bunch of people. You know, that's all I can say about that. So to end today's video, just want to take a minute and do that. Today's beverage of choice is Rolling Rock. I'm a big fan. It's a delicious beverage. Get yourself some at the LCBO or anywhere that sells fine booze, I guess, for those of you who aren't in Canada. To end off, we've had some pretty great success with the OHA. Myself, George, and Costa, we're sort of the three amigos, I guess you would say, the foundation of the OHA. George has been instrumental. Costa put everything together. He looks after the Facebook. He is, you know, awesome guy. You're going to see a little more of him. He's got, you know, just some minor news going on. He's getting hitched, so I don't know what his excuse is. I guess he's got no time, but anyways, I hopefully he's going to be back into the fold pretty soon once he gets all that other rubbish out of the way. He can focus on his Hobbit hobby, but we've had some great success, and we owe it all to you guys. You guys have been tuning in, you've been following, you've been liking. I mean, it just drives us to keep producing content. So we got 228 followers on Facebook, which is awesome. 57 subs on YouTube, and 144 followers on Instagram. So for those of you who don't know, we're on all three platforms. You can check us out. It is OHA SBG or Ontario Hobbit Adventures. We're going to pop up at some point. We try to keep current, posting pictures of whatever we're working on, wherever we are, whatever we're doing. So we just wanted to take a minute and say that we really appreciate you guys tuning in and taking part. It's great. We're looking for feedback. We're looking for comments, discussion. I mean, that's what this is all about. So by all means, chime in. But anyways, guys, that's it for the inaugural Paints and Pints, or Pints and Paints. Which one did they say? I don't really think it matters. P&P on a Friday night. I think we'll go with that. P&P. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. That's sort of the OHA update as it stands. Current news and events. That's all I got for you. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will catch up with you in the next video. Cheers.